thank you.
You're welcome. Well, I'm sure it's your son's doing.
I told him thank you. I told him thank you. I said, give her hell so she won't leave you. She won't not read you. Not read me. So.
I got you. What's your first name?
Natalie.
Natalie. The month and day you were born?
March 5th.
March 5th. Okay. So, and I'm just making sure you only have one son that's passed, because I've sometimes, unfortunately, have people that have multiple.
Just
so
one.
Okay. So I'm going to tap into his energy. I'm just a secretary. I'm going to give it to you verbatim, but you're going to feel his energy in the reading, okay? So here we go. Okay, so the first thing he said, and what sets the tone for the reading, because it tells me about the dynamic of your relationship, he said, my mom was the absolute best. All my friends loved her. So you're the mom that all the friends wanted to come to your house because you'd feed them and take care of them. They could talk to you. So he's thanking you for being that mom. You were the mom he would have chosen. So he's letting you know that. Also, you were his best friend. So he's referencing you being his best friend. You were who he trusted. And so he says there were some things he didn't tell you because he didn't know how you'd take it, and he's sorry about that. But he couldn't stay. Do you understand that? Yeah. Okay. Sometimes he surrounded himself with the wrong people, too. So he's apologizing for that because you told him and you were right. Do you understand that? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He communicates through music. He says not all people think it's great, but he likes it. So he's talking about the music being from him. So that feels specific to him as important. Also liking the music that all of his friends play for him. So music does feel important to him. He was also laughing about tattoos and people wanting to get tattoos for him that normally maybe wouldn't have gotten tattoos.
Right. And
he just thinks it's hilarious. So is that you, or is it just friends of his?
Nope, but everybody else.
Okay. So, but he likes that. It makes him feel special. He did reference that he talks to you all the time in your head, but you keep thinking it's not him, but he keeps trying, so he had to get you here. I asked him about his passing, and he hesitated, almost like he didn't want to talk about it. So he stepped back a little bit, and I said, how did you feel? And he said, he talked about his head hurting or not being right, but also it was hard to breathe. Yeah. So he talked about it being hard to breathe. Yeah. He doesn't want you to think about the moment he died. Right. He says you fixate on it. It's not good. He wants you to think about him being a little boy. Yeah. And that being where your mind needs to be in order for you to heal. Yeah. Okay? Cars are important to him. He's in a car, the window's down. He's like, this is me. This is what I like to do. So his car or driving would be important to him. Yeah. Did he have a car?
He did.
Where's his car now?
Well, we got rid of it because he was murdered. And so we felt like it was a little too risky, to have anybody else in our circle driving it.
Fair enough. Okay, in his heaven, that car is his. It exists. So he wants you to picture him with the windows down in that car. He's very free, and he loves that.
Yeah.
He's also talking about his birthday and balloons. Did somebody send him balloons for his birthday?
We did a balloon launch and celebrated his birthday separately, but
he was there. So he's just letting you know. He's saying thank you. Tell everybody thank you. Yeah. Okay? Whoever killed him, he feels like he was a sucker. It feels like the person who killed him, there's no honor in how it was done, so it feels like a cheap shot.
Yes.
So he's acknowledging it was a cheap shot.
Yeah.
Okay. He does worry this is going to start a domino effect. He's worried other people are going to die that don't have to die. It's not going to be you. But it feels like friends around him. There's some sort of a chain reaction this is going to set off.
Okay.
Is somebody going to try and avenge his passing, or he's showing a chain reaction?
I've always pushed that no one do that, but
it's gonna be
people do what they do.
I guess. I mean, you don't have control over that, but it's what he worries about. It's interesting. Your son was very tough, but he was very sensitive.
Yes.
And so he wants you to know that his job on the other side, when there are children that are afraid to cross, they come to him. They trust him.
He was the best big brother to his little siblings.
So you understand.
Yeah.
So
that makes perfect sense.
he wants you to know that he has a purpose and that he has that gentleness to his soul and that protective instinct with children, that he gets them where they need to be. Okay?
That's cool.
Yeah. He does talk about a little girl specifically. Is there a little girl that he'd feel protective of? It almost feels like she'd be a Tinkerbell or a princess, like somebody that would be super adorable.
I'm thinking his little half-sister.
Okay.
I'm thinking.
Well, that would make sense. This is somebody he protects that's
Yeah.
alive.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It feels like she is very into fantasy or pretending, like playing
Oh.
dress up or something. Was she like, is she
Okay.
gonna be in acting, do you know? He's like trying to put her on stage.
She's a little woo, but she's got pizzazz. She's got pizzazz. but
Maybe get her some
not
dance
that-
shoes and put her on stage. He's like
Okay.
giving you a direction for her that she
Okay.
needs to go. Okay. Your grandmother. He's talking about your grandmother, and it feels like cooking would be very important to her and feeding, like being a feeder of children. Do you have a grandmother that passed that loved you as a child or helped take care of you? Because he's talking about being with your grandma.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't want you to worry about being mothered on the other side. She mothers him plenty. So he's fully loved. He's also talking about T-shirts for him. There's two things. One, people wear T-shirts for him, but it feels like you have T-shirts that feel like him, remind you of him, smell like him, and he sees you smell the T-shirts. But it also feels like his friends have T-shirts that remind them of him. Did you give them his T-shirts, or did they have T-shirts made for him in memorial?
Both.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I had one done with his fingerprint enlarged on the T-shirt and said,
okay.
"You."
Okay. He sees the T-shirts. He
Yeah.
loves it. It's all about him. He
Yeah.
loves being memorialized. This is a
Yeah.
good thing in his
Yeah.
world, okay?
Yeah.
So his friends wear him all the time. They think of him all the time. He
Yes.
feels very, not just loved, but special. He wasn't ready to go. He wasn't ready to go. Like, he had more life to live. He had things he wanted to do, but he wants you to know he's got a purpose with children over there and not to worry about him. You're going to be safe, but he does feel like you're stuck, and he doesn't want you to be stuck. So have you ever thought of
I've
moving?
had terrible tension headaches,
Okay.
debilitating tension headaches. Since
You have a move around you, so he is showing you moving. And it's going to be for your own good that you end up having to move. And you're going to email me and be like, wow, didn't think I was going to. Look what happened. So that'll be cool, won't it?
Interesting.
But he is showing a move around you, like you not needing to be in that same place you were when he died. Okay? He says, my mom's not afraid. So, but he thinks you'll need it so you don't suffer thinking of him.
Yeah.
And that's why you're going to need the move, not for safety.
Yeah.
Okay? He's also talking about Christmas and him being memorialized. Do you have ornaments for him? Did you put up ornaments for him?
I made the family ornaments that had his fingerprint engraved on them and all kinds of stuff. His picture and the casket flowers. And
Okay. He saw that. So he's like, Mom, a little lighter.
Wait, a little lighter?
A little lighter.
Like chill out?
He doesn't. He doesn't want you to feel so, he loved that you were thinking of him, but he'd like ornaments with pictures of him when he's like 3 and like being silly and with sunglasses on.
Got it.
Those ornaments. He doesn't want you to be sad. He worries about
Yeah.
you, loves you. He talks to you at bedtime. He tucks you in and sits on the end of your bed and tells you it's going to be all right and you'll be with him. He says you just can't be with him right now. He's like, I love you more, Mom. He's drawing back. I'm going to break my connection with him and send him with you. Okay? Can we show her some support?